into.
Well, where'd you get out at? Where were you stationed when you got out? You came back?
Well, they moved us back to, they had several camps to where they were not far out of Paris. And I moved back into that area in about September, right after the war. And was assigned to an outfit to take, it was a tank division. It really was made up of everybody, just different, most points why they put them into a certain group, and this was this tank outfit, tank battalion, I guess. And I moved back with them. Quite a few of us were, depending on how many points we had, how long we'd been over there, how many awards you'd gotten, and this, that, and the other, and how long you'd been in the service, and so forth and so on. And I guess we got credit for 5 campaigns: Normandy, Battle of the Bulge, Brittany, and I can't remember, can't even think what the other first not. Well, anyway, and right now they're trying to get them. They said it was accidentally omitted, trying to get the division credit for another campaign that we were actually in, but they never did officially give them credit for it.
Paris.
Which were big campaigns, like Normandy and Brittany, and the Battle of the Bulge was a campaign.
I don't think I spelled that right. How you spell Eiffel Tower? Eiffel.
The Rhine I think the Rhine campaign or something, I've forgotten now. That's all in my old records. But anyway, we moved back to these camps close to, and they were, most of them were named after cigarettes.
After cigarettes?
Yeah. I was at Camp Lucky Strike there for a while. And they had and I was due to come home in September. And they had a longshoreman strike. Those guys went on strike, and boy, we were stuck over there in those camps. And that's when it got to go in there a couple or 3 times. And that's when I was in there one time and she's talking about, I was talking to that girl.
Several girls.
Well, you saw everybody over there, but this one could talk good English while I sat and talked to her for a long time.
Nash at the Palace of Versailles.
And we finally sailed out of Le Havre, France, on what they call a victory ship. And compared to when we were coming over, it was a luxury drive, shipment going back, because we had good food, and we had milk for the first time we'd had since we'd been over there, and things like that. In fact, we non-coms, we felt sorry for the privates that were over there, of course. We volunteered to do KP. Of course, we didn't really feel that sorry for them, because we got back to KP and we got all that good food.
Here's a bunch
on shipboard.
Here's a bunch of pictures of guys Nash and
We had ice cream and milk, and
I said across the Elbe River at Calbe, Germany. We were closer to Berlin than any of the Allied forces. We waited here for the Russians to take Berlin.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have made the history books if you'd taken Berlin. I wish they'd let you do it.
Well, we should have. We wouldn't have had all this. But they were trying to save lives, American lives, but just let the Russians do it. And it did. It saved a lot of American lives. Which is,
This was taken in Butkin, Germany, near Dusseldorf.
Big hassle with Berlin, with the Russians occupying Berlin after the war for so long, and that Berlin Wall, that probably wouldn't have occurred if if we could have taken it.
Yeah. Was the 83rd still in operation, or they disbanded, or?
No, they're disbanded.
War is over.
I was we were at Vicksburg at where during the Civil War, where there was a big, they have, in that battlefield, they have monuments all over it. And I found a 83rd Division monument there at Vicksburg,
Huh.
where the 83rd was there. And it was, I think, originally an Ohio division. If you look at that emblem that the 83rd Infantry Division, it's a big old, it looks like Ohio, right over. But
Okay.
most of the wars that were during World War II that were in there were from the Northeast. Lots of them from Pennsylvania. Gobs of them from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Hmm. When you got out, what'd you do? What'd you get out?
Started looking for a job. And I applied, I don't know, everywhere, I guess. You couldn't get one. Everybody was real nice to you, so we're so glad to have you back, and so forth and so on. But we just didn't have anything. Of course, the job market was flooded. As soldiers come getting out by the thousands.
Yeah.
So that's when I went to work.
Couldn't get into
worked at
college.
a grocery store there in McAllister. And stayed there at the grocery store till 1948. No, 47.
What you got,
And went back to college in the fall of 47 and graduated in 48. And then I went to work for American Airlines in Tulsa. And it was working for American Airlines as you were born.
Combination scorebook for United States Rifles.
While I was working for American, then I said something about me to Mr. Harder, who was the vice president of Southern America. And I went to see him, and he hired me.
I said, I sure wish my
That's why I
husband
got
could
the
get a
orders.
job somewhere, a decent job. And he said, well, where's the work? And I told him, he said, well, you send him into my office tomorrow.
Calvin,
He's having a fit cat.
come here, Calvin.
So that's the story.
That's a heck of a story.
Pocket Guide to France. War ration book. I kept that. There's a
Well, how do you do?
You're so abused. You're so abused.
Where did you go in that wagon? I saw you ride in a wagon.
Did you go down the park?
My,
Did you slide on the slide?
oh
Did you
boy.
go up and down a slide? You did.
Did you go swimming?
Did you go swim?
You did.
You remember General McLean?
That's
Remember
cold.
General
Too
McLean?
cold to go swimming.
MC, capital L-A-I-N,
Uh,
Fort Worth Star.
what do I remember about him?
Doesn't matter. You can look at it later.
He was